Hello and welcome back to another episode of Math with Son. Today we are going to be tackling the angle addition postulate. All right, so we're going to start out with some easy problems that do not have variables such as x, and then in a little bit we are going to be having to solve for x. So let's get into it. The angle addition postulate is much like the segment addition postulate, where you have to add up the two smaller parts to add addition to the entire thing. Okay, so here we're going to be finding angle KLM. Well, KLM is the entire angle, the whole thing. All right, and we're told that KLB is 26, so K to L to B, this part right here would be 26. And we are told that BLM is 60. Well, if you know the left bottom part, and you know the top part, and you want to find the entire thing, you would just add them together, which means angle KLM would equal whatever 26 plus 60 is, which is 26 plus 60 would be 86 degrees for KLM. All right, so let's try another one. We got angle GHC. Well, GHC is this part right here, 60. And then CHI is 104. Again, we are looking for the entire angle, G to H to I, so you would have to put these two things together, 104 and 60, make a grand total of 164 degrees for angle GHI. All right, let's find an interesting one. Let's find this one right down here. Let's see. We got, in this case, we're going to be finding the smaller angle because KLU is the smaller angle, which might be 90 degrees. It visually looks like it, but it may not be. We are told the entire small part right here is 20 degrees, and we're told that the entire angle, the whole thing, all of this, from K to L to M, that entire bit is 110 degrees. Okay, so if we know that the two smaller parts add up to the bigger part, that means that KLU and ULM, they must add to equal the entire way across, which is 110. That is, by definition, what the angle postulate is, where you have to add up the two smaller parts, smaller angles, in this case, to equal the bigger angle, which was 110. Well, we knew that MLU, or ULM, was 20. Now we just have to solve for angle ULM if it equals 110 total. Well, you could subtract 20 degrees from this, and you could pretend that ULM is an x if you wanted to, and you would find out that angle ULM is equal to 110 minus 20 is 90 degrees. So it was, in fact, a right angle, and it looked like it too. So we could upgrade this to like a box. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to get to ones which have some variables. We're going to start by finding x, and then we're going to have to like plug it back in to find the angle afterwards in some of these. So for this first problem, we got angle HGF. HGF is the entire thing, and when it's the entire thing, I tend to do this kind of number right here to let me know that this entire thing is 16x plus 4. The other option that you could do is sometimes I do like a weird thing like that, where I write that represents both angles. It depends on what your preference is. So I like doing this because I have room, and it shows that that is the whole thing. Now we got angle EGF. EGF is right here. That is 110 degrees. And HGE is 3x plus 11. We have to add the two smaller parts to equal the entire thing. That would be 3x plus 11, and the 110 must add to the 16x plus 4. Well, in this case, we are solving for x. So if we're solving for x, we need to move all the x's to one side or the other. And in this case, that would mean subtracting the 3x. That would give you 13x plus 4 is equal to 110. And I'm out of room. I'm going to subtract the 4 from 110. If I subtract 4 from 110, I get 106 is equal to 13x. And we divide by 13. 106 divided by 13 is a decimal. unless I made a mistake, which I did. What do we have here with the 110 and the 11? What does that add to make? 110 and 11 add to make 121. And when you subtract 4 from a 121, let's rewrite it. 121 is equal to 13x plus 4. It also shows that you should always never do things in your head. If you try, sometimes you make mistakes. So if we subtract 4 from 121, you get 117 is equal to 13x. And when we divide that by 13, you get a real answer, the correct answer, that x is equal to 9. Luckily, you're at a stage with geometry where a lot of times things aren't decimals. So if you get a decimal, you've got a good chance of it being a mistake. All right. Last but definitely, certainly not least, we have to find, what are we finding? We are finding an angle HIW. So let's plug in everything we got. We got angle WIJ. WIJ is 10x. We got angle HIJ, which is the entire thing. So I'm going to do the entire thing with a 145. And then we got angle HIW is 2x plus 13. So we have to add up these two smaller parts that I just circled to equal the entire thing when the entire thing is 145. So we got 2x plus 13 and 10x has to add to 145. Well, we combine like terms, which I didn't do on the last problem right away. 2x and 10x makes 12x plus 13 is equal to 145. Subtract the 13. 12x would equal 132. And if we divide, you find out that x is equal to 11, which is not the final answer. If x is equal to 11, always double check to make sure that you're getting the answer that you want. You want to find angle, M, the measure of angle, that's what the M stands for, HIW. HIW is this part right here, which has the 2x plus 13, so I have to find HIW, plug in that in for the x. So it's 2 times 11 plus 13. 22 plus 13 ends up being 35 degrees for angle HIW. Now that's going to do it for this one. Until next time, everybody, stay positive, and I will see y'all later. Bye.